I'm Micah Josh in New York. Let's get right to breaking news. In Washington, the Senate unanimously approving a bill tonight to release the Epstein files, now sending it to President Trump's desk. The president saying earlier he plans to sign it. The Senate wasting no time approving the bill just hours after the House voted 427-1, ordering the Justice Department to release all its records on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. No one objected in the Senate. Survivors of Epstein's abuse clapping and hugging as the vote passed the House earlier. ABC News investigative reporter Olivia Rubin is with me now with the latest. Olivia, this unanimous action by the Senate tonight means that there'll be no amendments to this bill, but we just saw House Leader Mike Johnson essentially say that he wanted some changes to this bill. So what are we looking at right now?
He wanted it, and clearly he's not going to get it based on what you just said about the Senate. And it does seem like to be a rebuke from the Senate to Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson there. As you said, he had said that this is what he wanted. And I think it's just important to point out how quick this happened. It's very rare that you see something move so quickly like this, right through the House, right through the Senate, especially in this day and age, to have such bipartisan support on something, just one member not voting along with it. That's remarkable here. So I think now really the big question goes to what does President Trump do by how quickly this is moving? It wouldn't be shocking if potentially this does make it to the president's desk tonight. And remember, he has indicated he will sign it. But the question is, how quickly does it get to him? Does he stick by that? And then from there, how quickly does the Justice Department act? Because remember, this is a bill that compels DOJ to release the documents that it has.
Right.
So then it's on them. Remember, we're following the ball here. House, Senate, Trump's desk, DOJ, which seems to be the final line there.
Right. Now,
I don't really think it makes a difference for me. And I've never really, it's entertaining. I look at it as entertainment just like everybody else. And this will probably be something that a lot of people disagree with. But I think that this is all a distraction. But it more or less speaks to the interest of people when it comes to the entertaining thing that keeps us distracted. I'll tell you why. They all got together and unanimously, except for one person, and the one person knew that they would be called out for not voting for the files to be released. And then Trump subsequently is saying that he's going to sign for the files to be released. And I got a bunch of other thoughts, but we'll get there because I usually talk about this on the Millionaire Morning Show. And I'm just so taken aback by that because in my mind, I'm like, so y'all got together and unanimously overnight voted to release these files, but y'all couldn't keep the government open. And y'all have problems coming together and shut the government down for over 40 days. I don't understand how our legislature is so gung-ho and has bipartisan agreement to work together, which, let's be clear, the first survivor or the first time that this started to come out was way back in the 90s. The 90s. So we talking about almost 30 years ago, allegedly, right? And so all through Obama's term, all through Biden's term, they could have worked with each other, and nobody is asking the pertinent questions. They could have worked with each other to get this released a long time ago, right? These documents, nobody is asking why didn't the Biden administration work to do it? Because if anybody had an incentive to prevent Trump from being president of the United States of America, especially considering what happened in New York with Letitia James, Fani Willis down there in Fulton County, Florida where they tried to prevent him, everybody was trying to prevent it from happening all of this time. If all of this is happening, then why wasn't they so gung-ho about trying to get it released a long time ago? So for me, I look at this as entertainment because I don't think that anybody, and I say nobody, is going to jail over it. So if there's no consequence that comes along with it, then I got better things to focus on, and I would like my Senate members, my House members, my president, yeah, okay, listen, if this is so easy to get it released and do whatever y'all gonna do, but why isn't the government continuously being open? Why do they wait till the last minute to shut that down? Why do we have so many problems with getting infrastructure funded? Why are we not addressing AI and the dangers that come along with that, with it usurping jobs? Why are we not having a conversation about what happened with the Saudi Arabia $1 trillion investment inside of the United States of America? Foreign entities are buying Warner Brothers and they buying up America. Foreigners are coming into America and continuing to evade. We continue to push away, deporting illegal migrants that's coming into this country. Over 50 different Muslims was elected to different offices, and we focus on a fucking Epstein file. And again, maybe this is important to a bunch of other people that are survivors, but this could have been done a long time ago. But all of a sudden, everybody is all concerned about it. As far as the Senate, right? Now they want to get together and do it. This is all political theater for me. And again, I know that this is an unpopular take. Everybody wants to, be overly concerned about it or whatever. But I'm just not going in the same way that everybody else is going. But, they're now having conversations about celebrities. Celebrities are running scared.
Hey, talk to me about this whole Epstein file saga. I mean, I've followed it as we both have all the way through the campaign and beyond. The president really wanted the files out. Then he got there and he's sort of gone a bit weak on the files. Pushed obviously now through the Congress, past both houses, past the Senate, overwhelmingly. It'll go to the AG. She will decide whether or not it, the quality of the documents released, how transparently we might find out what's in these files. Of course, she's got a number of days to redact a material and names. But it's no surprise that Trump knows Epstein, right? Or knew Epstein, given they both were, big fish in the New York pond, fine. But isn't it the Clinton types and the Bill Gates and everybody else who's been connected to him, aren't they just as likely to be nervous here as much as someone like Donald Trump would be? And look, if Donald Trump has got something to hide, well, surely the Democrats would have got these files out earlier.
Yeah, I think that's all right, Peter. I think that's all true. And who would have thought Larry Summers? Honestly, who would have thought Larry Summers? There might yet be more stuff there about the non-performance artist formerly known as Prince Andrew. I do think this, at one level, this is a populist stunt. At another level, it's kind of sickening, really. It does indicate a kind of moral squalor amongst a great celebrity class of Americans. What Epstein was doing was trafficking underage girls, under 18 for sex. And he was convicted of this, and then a lot of rich, famous Americans remained friends with him, if not availing themselves of his services. And I think from Woody Allen to Bill Clinton to Larry Summers to Prince Andrew, if there was something embarrassing about Trump, I think it's more likely to be in the realm of him still being matey with Epstein. Because I think if there was a smoking gun there, as you say, it would have come out. And Virginia Giuffre, who was very brave about her testimony, said that she never saw Trump do or intimate in any way anything improper. But I mean, Trump is a mixed grill. He's good and he's bad. I don't think it's very attractive that he was such a good buddy of Epstein, but there it is.
I guess we all gonna find out what's in the files anyway, and then it's gonna be a big bombshell. For me, it's gonna be beneficial because obviously everybody is gonna be talking about it, including myself, whether it be on the Millionaire Morning Show or the Anton Daniels channel. But if I'm just being honest, right, like I could be fake interested like a bunch of other people and salivating over the idea that these files are gonna be released, but I guess I'm just more interested personally. And yes, from an entertainment perspective, it is something that I'm interested in. But from a cultural perspective, or things that need to be solved in America, honestly, I think it's just a distraction, and we are easily distracted. And that's probably going to be the more unpopular take, but I gotta speak my mind and I gotta be transparent. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.